Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to expound a little bit more on comma usage. And this is the last really idea that we're going to be talking about as relates to commas. And this is the commas between adjectives. Remember, adjectives are descriptive words. Now the question becomes, if you have a sentence, for example, Sue's new dog has long silky hair, these two words, long and silky, are the adjectives. They're describing the hair. Do we need a comma between them? So if you're wondering if we need a comma or not, I'm here to tell you that there's a definite way on deciding whether to put a comma between the words or not to. And thankfully, there's actually more than one way. I'm going to teach you both. So here's how you do it. If you can switch the order of those words and still make sense, then you need a comma. Those are known as coordinating adjectives. So let's see. Sue's new dog has long, silky hair. Could we say Sue's new dog has silky long hair and still be okay? Yes, we can switch the order of these rather, and still have a completely okay sentence, which means we need that comma between long and silky. Simple as that. That's method one. Can you switch the order and still make sense? If so, put a comma. The second way is ask yourself, would the word and fit in between those two words? Can we say Sue's new dog has long and silky hair? Yes, both traits are possible when talking about hair, so yes. If you can fit the word and between the two adjectives, then you need a comma. Basically, the comma is basically an and. All right, and that's it. So let's just look at a couple more examples, and then you decide whether we need a comma or not. Robert lives in the house on the corner with a white picket fence. White picket fence. The white and picket are the adjectives. Can we say picket white fence? Can we switch that order and still make sense? Or can we use the word and between white and picket? Robert lives in the house on the corner with a white and picket fence. And the answer to that is, of course, no. So you do not need a comma. When you have words like these, the adjectives, that don't have a comma between them, those are known as cumulative adjectives as opposed to coordinate adjectives. Okay, quick reminder, do not use commas to separate adjectives when the order cannot be switched. Now, let's combine the two sentences up here and just kind of see how that would work in a full sentence. The dog with long silky hair is playing behind the new white picket fence. So again, between long and silky, we can switch those and be okay. These we cannot switch, so commas here, no commas here. And that is it. So now that we have an understanding on how the cumulative and coordinating adjectives work, let's take a few moments to just try a few questions. I highly encourage you to just pause and try these questions on your own before watching the rest of the video to see what the solutions are. Question 1. I was walking down a muddy, rocky path when I felt a cool summer wind. So muddy, rocky, right here. And cool summer wind. Those are all adjectives. Where do we need commas? If you said muddy and rocky, you are correct because we can switch these around. Therefore, we need a comma between them because you can have a muddy and a rocky path. Here, a cool summer wind, we do not need commas between those. Those are cumulative. Question 2. We are hiring friendly, happy people. Adjectives, friendly and happy. Can we switch them around, or can you use the word and between them? You want friendly and happy people working for you. So yes, we do need a comma here because the word and fits, or you can switch the order around and still have a fully functioning and accurate sentence. Question 3. We read an ancient Indian epic poem. An ancient Indian epic poem. Would you say we read an ancient and Indian and epic poem? Can you switch these around? The answer to that is, of course, no. These are cumulative, so we will leave those alone. Question 4. Go buy 4 8-foot wide blue weather balloons. 8-foot wide, blue are the adjectives here. Notice these are hyphenated, which really makes them one word, 8-foot wide. Now, could you switch these around? Could you say, go buy 4 blue 8-foot wide weather balloons? In other words, could you fit the word and between these and still be okay? go by for 8-foot wide and blue weather balloons? And the answer to that is yes, so we can put a comma between these two. Last question is, all were 16th century, well-preserved Elizabeth merchant ships. So again, hyphenated adjectives, 16th century, describing the time period they're from, and well-preserved, their condition. Could we switch those around? Could we say all were well-preserved 16th century Elizabeth merchant ships? Or could we fit the word and between them? The answer is yes. So again, we need a comma there. And that completes this lesson on commas between adjectives.